Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Planes, Change, and Comic Books channel. My name's Matt, and today we're going to review Runes number 1. But before we get into that, if you guys wouldn't mind sharing, subscribing, all that good stuff, it really helps me out. Lets me know what you guys want to see. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. So this book is called Runes, Son of the Black Wolves number 1. It is a Source Point Press book. This is kind of like an indie publisher I've recently come to know about from the book Parallel. We interviewed the writer on a couple of months back. So I was just on the lookout for them, and I saw some kind of Viking book. I was like, oh, that cover looks cool. So I checked it out. It is by Iaquinta Lasitanola and Terugi. And we start out, it says in current day Scotland, but it's in 850, about 1,000 years back. This guy here, he's shipwrecked. He's a Northman, as he calls himself. And yeah, it looks like he was shipwrecked or something. He kind of washes up on the beach, and instantly he's like, I need to get out of here. I need to get cover and get off this beach so I can figure out what to do with myself. We see he has chains on his hands. So obviously he was like a prisoner of some kind of maybe these Northmen. He's looking pretty buff though. He's ready for war. So he sees this fishing village. He's like, okay, I gotta stay away from that. He's like, oh, here we go. There's an old mill. I'll stay there for the night, keep warm. Then in the morning, I guess a child sees the shipwreck on the beach, and they're like, oh my God, a Northman. There's Northmen on the beach. He tells everybody, and instantly everybody in the fishing village is taking this very seriously. They're like, hopefully we don't find anyone alive, because it's not going to be good if they come because they're like trained warriors and we're just fishermen. Well, the Northman wakes up to I guess some noise probably from them, and he sees them coming up his hill, and he automatically takes out and murders all these dudes. He got his fucking hammer that he found in this mill, which is it's just a stone on a stick. It's like just this old school badass hammer. He looks pretty adept with it. He's jumping around all gracefully and shit, and just taking these guys out. And in the end, he ends up standing on all the bodies because he's pretty badass. He says that he hasn't quite recovered yet, so luckily they weren't really fighting men or anything. But he's got to survive, so he actually has to find somewhere else because he has to recover. So in the meanwhile, the fishermen are collecting the bodies of their fishermen that went down and got murdered by him. And so they're collecting the bodies, and they talk about, we have to burn the bodies because we don't want to give this that witch any new servants to command. Then we cut to this witch who already knows there's a Northman on the beach. She's like, or a Northman on the island. So she's like, ooh, a Northman, huh? He must be skillful. And so she, does they call it a necromantic ritual. And she looks pretty awesome with her antlers and stuff, her crown. And she does some kind of ritual to raise the dead, pulls an army to go fight him, some rune magic, it says, and she commands them to kill the Northmen. So I'm gonna leave it here because I don't want to spoil the whole issue, but basically I thought this was a pretty fun comic. It was only $1.99, so I thought it was a really fun read. I liked the art a lot. I was very surprised about how good that was. It's got a really painted feel, not super detailed, but kind of reminded me of the old Dark Horse Conan comics, like Carrie Nord-ish. Not as detailed as Carrie Nord, obviously, but very good looking. And yeah, I just like the feel of it. It feels like half historical, half Conan the Barbarian or something. Like, this dude is super badass. There's magic and sorcery and stuff, but also it takes place between this year and this year in Scotland. So I'm gonna give this one a 3.5. Had a good start to the comic. I want to know what happens next, and just want to fill out that story more. Maybe have some more, see where it goes with this magic and kind of pagan witch stuff. So with that, we'll see you guys in the next one.